Yo, yo. I- Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? How y'all doing? Can you hear, brother? We want to welcome you, but I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? Holla if you hear me. What's going on with you? We see we having a little technical difficulties. You don't see my girl, Nick. I guess she having some issues, but she'll be here in a minute. Welcome to the show. Their POV with Nick and King. And I'm back. Okay, there she go. There she go. I was just warming him up a little bit, Nick. I didn't know where you
That's what
went,
you
but I
was
knew you was
supposed to
coming
do.
back.
That's what you was supposed to
Exactly.
do. I was trying to tell you just go ahead and start because
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
know why. It's when I go live, everybody wants to call, and it literally knocked me out.
Got you. Got you.
Um, Alrighty, so we have your girl Kim.
What's up,
Hello,
Kimmy
hello,
Cam?
hello.
All
Curtis
right,
says he
Kurt.
can hear you.
Big fan. What's going on?
Alrighty. Thank y'all
Thanks for
so much for
listening.
tuning in. Sorry about the technology. Would it be King and Queen? I mean,
It,
their POV with King
it wouldn't.
and
It
Nick
wouldn't.
without it. Like, I don't know. Douglas says, hey, Nikki King, what's up, fam?
What's up,
We are
Dougie Doug?
Kim at the dinner table, Curtis at the dinner table,
All
Douglas is
right.
at the dinner table. Anybody else who is watching, say something so we can welcome you to the dinner table. Have you already done the
Yes.
intro?
Yes, I did it. I just did the part where Nick was in for so
That's
I,
okay. Welcome
we
back to another episode of their POV with Nick and King,
yes.
where all points of view are welcome, but some may get the side eye. Y'all know me and my side eye. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are your host,
Yes.
Nikki Johnson, and
I am the king, King Harrington. Welcome. Welcome.
alrighty, we have Christina at the table. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey,
Christina, I hope
Christine.
y'all had a good weekend. He is segueing us in. My sissy is saying, hey, my queen. Hello, my queen, my big sister. Alrighty,
Hey, hey.
so we can get this phenomenal show kicked off. Let's tell the people about
Yes.
our weekend so we can get in it because, ooh, it's going to be hot and
Yes, yes.
piping hot.
Well, first, let me give a shout out to my missus, my queen, Shakita Harrington. Love you, dear. Spent some time with her this weekend. We actually went to go see the new Minions movie.
Okay.
So it was pretty funny. Yeah, we went to dinner yesterday. Threw down some pork chops and some ribs.
All right, pork
You
and
know what I'm
ribs.
saying?
We was oinking
Yeah.
this weekend. On point.
Yeah, and watched a little Big Three basketball today.
Okay.
So getting ready for the show. But Nick, I know you got an exciting weekend just you had, cause
I had an amazing weekend.
go ahead and tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Said I had a fly weekend. Let me do my shout out. This shout out goes out to my future husband, whoever you are, wherever you are. I know we have not met each other yet, but you are somewhere preparing and paying for preparing and praying for me, and I'm doing the same for you. You have an amazing wife that is waiting for you. Hey boo, hey. Alrighty. So William said, what up?
Big
What's
world.
up, William? Welcome to the dinner table. Okay, let me get my weekend out so we can hit these topics because whew, it's okay. My weekend was so great. My baby sister came in and spent the weekend with me, and we went and had lunch with another sister friend of mine yesterday, and then today I cooked her big old seafood boil, so we ate that. We laughed, we joked, we did what we do whenever we get together. Someone is saying hello, and I'm so sorry, sweetie. There's no face. Okay, so she's gonna make sure y'all know who it is. It's Wendy.
That's my niece. Hey,
What's up,
Wendy.
Wendy?
Thanks for
And
listening in, dear.
whenever it does that, it is because people you have to give permission or something for streaming or to show who you are. And then we have Shamikia.
Samika, that's my sister.
Well, hello,
That's
sis.
right.
Hello, King's sister. Well, hello
Thank
to
y'all for
all of
listening.
y'all. Listen, we're not gonna delay this anymore. Shout out to my baby sister. Thank you so much for coming. I love you. Don't forget to do what you're supposed to do when you get home. Alrighty. With that being said, we're gonna hit this first topic. Just come on out the gate with it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about the McDonald Baby Momma Drama. If you have not seen, oh, I'm sorry. Today's show is titled "The Foolery That Is Trending." And that is going to be the first video that we talk about that is currently trending. It is the it's the mama that decided to record her baby daddy delivering McDonald's food to their child. She felt she wanted to, and these are her words, expose him because everyone thinks he's a great father, and she, in her opinion, he is not because of the four children that she has. One belongs to him, so he only brings one McDonald's meal, and she feels he is so absolutely wrong for that. We're gonna get into it. If you have seen the video, or if you have seen the rebuttal video that she, I'm gonna say allegedly made because okay. If you have seen it, oh, we have another. Hello, Deasia Monet.
That's my niece.
I feel like I want to name myself. That's funny. Deasia Monet. My name is Monet. Welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Yes, William, it's that one. That's all he is required to do. Again, if you've seen it, start chiming in now. We're going to hit you all in the comments in just a little bit. It's so much to unpack with this. Of course, this video went viral. I think it went viral times like 10 million. And her mission before he arrived was to confront him very confrontationally about always showing up every single day with one meal. And she has four children, but he shows up with one for his. I'm gonna save my comments for for after you, King. So I'm gonna let you go first. What are your thoughts on this video?
Oh man, I was like, okay,
My picture's up now. Okay, go ahead, King.
okay.
We can hear you. You're fine. Okay. Y'all know whenever King gets doing too much with his headset, his electronics, he get to messing up. King, we cannot hear you. Yes, William, he's on the reverb. It's back to the Wendy's headset again. We cannot hear you, baby. You're going to have to go out and come back in. And when you come back in, King, please leave your stuff alone because you were just fine. All right, darlings. King will be back. So, hey, Nicole. I'm going to go ahead and start with my thoughts on this. Y'all, I had to write some of my thoughts out because it was just so many. I want to say, first of all, I think, and there is some question if this was a legit situation or this is one of her skits because apparently she does skits, or did she do this to him to make herself go viral so people would be drawn to her social media? Those are alleged allegations. They're not from me. But regardless of whether here's my thoughts on this. To me, you can absolutely tell he had no idea she's ever felt the way she went off in that video. Because even according to her before he got there, she says he shows up every day. And I'm thinking to myself, if it's every day he does this, why have you not had a conversation with him about how you feel about it? And
All right. Yes.
okay, you have to give me a moment. I went ahead and started.
Okay.
Why has she not had a conversation with him before that moment on how she felt about it? So when he walks up, he's a deer about to be slaughtered and don't even know it. And she starts going in, and if you listen to his reaction is like, why are you tripping? You know, I do this every day, which to me meant that was more about, even if she was really angry about it, that was more about get back and for whoever she was going to show it to. And then when she made the statement that she was going to expose him because everyone thinks he's a good dad, the only thing she said that sounded like that did make him a good father in her eyes was that the brother did not bring McDonald's for all four. That doesn't make him a bad daddy in my eyes. The man is taking care of his child. I personally have never heard anyone say, if you don't give me child support for all four of my children, I don't want the child support for that one child I have with you. Who does that? I've never heard of that before. The other thing is how she went in on him. It's a way to say everything. Even if you really were angry about him not doing for your other children, there's a way to say everything. Putting the camera in my face, that ain't how you do it. Telling me that you're going to expose me, that's not how you do it. Going in on me for doing what I'm supposed to do, that's not how you do it. And I clapped when old boy said, well, what are other fathers? Because like you're going in on me for doing my job, but you're really angry because you don't have enough for them, which means where are the other daddies? Then she's screaming that she doesn't get her food stamps till the 11th and he knows it. I'm still trying to understand how that's his fault. And then, so she makes the statement that you knew when you got with me, though, that I had other kids. You knew you had other kids when you got with him, too. Okay, so in her rebuttal video, she says sometimes he still like to dib and dab with her. Y'all know what that means. Mm-mm. So if he does that, why can't he still do what he was doing when they were still together? Because he would bring food for the kids while they were together. Well, y'all are not together anymore, baby. And number two, if he's not doing for your children, why are you still giving them some of your goodie? Your deliciousness should be on lockdown. It should be on straight lockdown, but you're still giving him some deliciousness. And then getting mad because he's showing up with one McDonald's bag. It's a lot. There is so much more I'm going to say, but I'm going to wait. There are so many comments coming in. And then, King, I want you to start chiming in. So William says that's some good acting if that was a skit. You hear me? I don't think he was, though. Anyway. Bingo says Douglas. Hey, says Shalika. Hi, Shalika.
That's Shakika. Shakika, that's on other
That's
niece.
okay. And I have on glasses. Shakika, as y'all know, these are for fashion only then, huh? Shakika. And then William says he got that good for that much. That part. King, let's go ahead and hear from you.
Okay.
Share some of your thoughts and we'll come back in. Oh, wait a minute. Douglas says suicide all the way. He was trying to make a name. I think he meant she was trying to make a name for herself and try to make a man look bad. Mm-hmm. She really did, but it backfired. It really backfired. Although there are some people that agreed with her, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So many people they sided with him, which is why she had to do the alleged rebuttal video. Mm-hmm. Because so many people like that backfired because you're the one that looks bad. Go ahead, King.
Yeah. When I seen the video, I was like, okay, what's wrong with this? You know, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? He bringing his kids something to eat. I'm sorry, you got other kids that don't belong to him, and their dads ain't bringing them nothing to eat. Understand? Only thing I felt that if I knew like the kids' age, like, you know what I'm saying, 2, 3, 4, they only gonna understand why he bringing his son food and not bring us. So in that perspective, I probably would have came and got my kid and took him to go get some to eat, and then they
wouldn't even let him do it.
Huh?
She wouldn't even let him
take
the child downstairs to the car.
Well, see, that would have been my thing. But on as far as overall, am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. Bottom line, just because I take care of my kids better than other babies before I take care of this, that's not my problem. And like you said, like she said, well, when we was together, point perspective, when we were together.
Right.
Okay, and I was doing it, that's fine. We're not together no more. So I'm taking care of mine alone. Now, as far as you let me hit it, you know what I'm saying, that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? If you get traumatized, hey, it's on you. Because you can always say no, and then we're good. But, hey.
Douglas say pretty.
That's right, I'm saying. If you keep letting me hit it, I'm going to hit it. I'm going to still do what I need to do for my son. Don't take away from that, and then don't add on, well, okay, ain't like I'm spending the night over there. I'm, you know what I'm saying, slide in, slide out, I'm out. So
hey,
you need to deal. What's up, Dan? You need to deal with that. But was he wrong? No, he wasn't wrong. And her trying to expose him, like, bottom line, that's your kids. This is mine. You got 3 or 2 other baby daddies that need to be responsible. So if I bring him McDonald's, I bring him Burger King, I bring him some a Longhorn. That's my business because that's my kid. You have to you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
So you know.
What the court is not going to do is order that man to take care of other children that are not his if his name is not on the birth certificate or if he has not adopted them.
Exactly.
And the whole thing was just such an unnecessary, overly dramatic debacle. It was like when she made the statement, if he brings for one, he should bring for all. That is not true. If I'm in that situation and my food stamps don't come to the 11th, I'm going to say, King, do me a favor. I know you're going to come through tonight for man. Do you mind bringing some extra cheeseburgers for the kids? Can you hold me down to the 11th? And I got you. And if we still doing, where you still getting my deliciousness, I'm not going to be, King, do me a favor. Bring about 3 more extra, number 2s, 3 more Happy Meals when you come for the night. You understand what I'm saying? But everything falling on him in behind, not bringing additional
Food, yeah.
That it's the conversation that could have been had.
Exactly.
It didn't have to be done the way that it was done. And oh boy was trying to come up with solutions on the spot because he was so outdone. What were your thoughts when he said, well, let him come down here to the car?
Exactly.
And she said no. And then he said, well, take him in the other room then. And she said no. What were your thoughts when he was trying to give some solutions, King? And we're coming to you guys in the comments in just a second.
Her sitting here trying to make him like, you buy for one, buy for all. That whole type of mindset. I'm like, yo, let him come down here. No, because if he gonna get McDonald's, they all should get McDonald's. I guarantee that's the kind of attitude she had. I mean, my thing, if you had
that was her attitude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you ain't had nothing cooked for them, or it ain't my problem. That's my whole thing. I understand your food stamps didn't get there, but like you said, you didn't let me know that in advance. And like you said, we could have worked something out. So I'm coming over here. I might be on my way to work. He wants something, anything. But my thing is, why don't you just let him come down? Or my bottom line, you were wrong. To come at me like that, and that's my kid, and I'm doing for him. So, hey, like I always say, know who you open your legs to. Okay? Know who you open your legs to. Because that's what's going to end up knowing if they're going to be there or not be there.
Well, hold on now. But at the same time, know where you putting your joystick too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Know where you putting your joystick. Let's go to the comments. Okay, and that was another thing, William. Yes, when she said, okay, give me the food, and took the food and threw it on the ground. So now nobody eats.
That was jacked
up.
You
could have divided that between you and them 4 babies. Could have had that thing. Could have been cut up in 4s. The fries could have been divided, and that was a big drink. That drink could have been that just was wrong.
Right.
It was so for the drink. So there is a video. It's not going to be called a rebuttal video. It's called. Maybe if you go to YouTube, I promise you'll find it. It's going to be right there. If you can't afford it, okay. If you can, buy for all. All right. Well, let's talk about that. Is it? I said
Shamika.
Okay, so Shamika, give us some breakdown of why you feel like that. Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll be looking out for them. King. There were a lot of people that sided with her that said just what baby girl said. He should have bought for everybody. He knew she had kids. He was doing it when they were together. Why did he not bring food for all of them? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, like I said, I don't have to. Okay. When I was doing I said I don't have to.
Okay.
When I was living with you, I felt compelled because we're together. So I accept, the whole situation. I'm in your house. We're together. So if I buy for one, I buy for all. I don't live there anymore. We're not together anymore. So what I'm going to do is buy for mine. Now, as far as if I wanted to, that would be left up to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you can't convict me for me taking care of mine. And if I want to bring mine something to eat, then that's my prerogative. Right. And you shouldn't be getting no kind of upset for it. If anything, if you don't want them to see, then why didn't you just let me put him in the car? He could have ate his food and went back upstairs or went back in the house. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to separate the house, if you don't want to do that, like I said, the easiest thing would have let him come out.
Yep.
And get his grub on. That would have been the easiest. But you want to sit here and feel like I owe you. I don't owe you nothing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Let's be what it is. It's just how it goes. So that was straight wrong for her to handle it like that. And then gonna throw away the food too.
Oh, and now you describing your one child because the other fathers are not doing for those children. Now I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't have anyone that was in my life that I actively dated or dated like they were dating down to another child that would not have shown up for something for my kids. We're talking about people that were not their fathers, but their father did that and made sure that we got comments coming in over here too, and make sure that both had. But the thing is if there had been a different type of situation, that's not how I would have handled it. You know what I mean? Because he said, so I'm supposed to take my whole check and support all the kids. And she was like, but you did for them when we were together. He was like, we were together.
Yes.
So in other words, when you break up for the rest of their lives, because she was like, well, our kids have to also, basically she was saying, process our breakup. How is that his? Because they're going to still see him when you're still giving him your deliciousness. That's not, sis. If he stopped giving him your stuff, if you demanded more McDonald's meals, then Happy Meal,
that part.
She should have locked down and threw away the key. I'm saying he that bad. If he was doing it before, why change? So Nicole says, why change?
Because he don't
Why
have
change?
to. That's the thing. Just because he was doing it before time and he stopped doing it, he didn't have to do it before. He just chose to do it because they were together. He didn't have to do it then. You know what I'm saying? But you can't hold him responsible for taking care of other people's kids if he don't want to. Just be real. If you choose to do that, hey, kudos. I give you respect for that, bro. But you ain't got to. You're not obligated because at the end of the day, your name was on that one birth certificate. You're paying child support for that one kid. That's just how it go. I mean, moralistically, if that's how you feel, that you want to take care of all of them or bring them for, hey, nothing wrong with that, bro. You spend your money the way you want to.
Yeah.
But you can't fault him for spending his money the way he wants to when it's just one kid or whatever involved. That's exactly. Yeah. You can't fault him for that.
I agree with you. If he does it for the other children beyond the relationship, he's to be commended. Exactly. But he should not be convicted if he chose not to do it and y'all are not together. And here's why I say that. Because I feel where you're coming from, Nicole, and anybody else that agrees. I say that because apparently no other conversation had been had. Anyway, that's how I'm taking it from the video and her second video. No other conversation had been had about you feeling this way. If you hadn't approached that man like he owed you that and just talked to him, especially, he probably would show up with, what's that big grab bag where you get a whole bunch of burgers and fries? Yeah. But it's how you did it, and it's doing it in the name of the obligation. And I think that's where she really, really messed up. I really, really do. Let's see. That's that hood logic that get people hurt. Especially the whole world.
Yes.
The whole world.
Whole world.
If you can't afford it, okay. But if you can buy for all of them, then buy for them, especially if they're hungry. It's not your responsibility, but if you got the money, then buy for everyone. However, if you don't want to, it's your choice. I feel you on that. Absolutely do. I think what happened, though, baby girl, is I don't think she said anything to him. She screamed at him, I'll give my stamps to the 11. He was like, it was how she did it. It was how she did it. Because we know McDonald's is not expensive. I mean, it's gotten higher, but it's not expensive. Right. I think it's all in how she did it. It was just stank. But thank you for your comment, baby girl. Well, like you said, Mickey, I think he meant Nikki. If she had an issue or a problem with this before, she should have said something. Man can't read her mind. That is true. 30-second, good time. Oh, dang.
18 years of baby mama
18
drama.
years of baby mama drama. Nope, I'm good. Ooh, that's that drama though. Buy for all kids. Don't make any difference with the kids. That just showing love. That's all. All right. Well, that is Ronnie's POV on that thing.
No doubt.
Nicole, you want to read what she said?
If you build a relationship for the kids, you should take them in consideration. Just be you. Just be you two didn't work. Just because you two didn't work out. Did not mean your relationship with the kids should change. And I respect that and understand that. But if you feel that, hey, I'm letting all that go and I'm taking care of mine, then you got to respect him for doing that because that's all he's responsible for. So we can understand the moral part and how you conduct yourself in that sense, if that's what you want to do. But you can't fault this brother for saying, you know what, it's over. And that part is, so I'm going to take care of my responsibility and be done with it. I understand kids don't understand to a certain extent, depending on how old they are, what happened and how that goes. But you as a parent need to make them understand. Bottom line, he's not obligated to do anything for y'all. He did it because he wanted to. Okay, he got one son out of y'all 3 or out of y'all 4, how many? And that's all he's responsible for. Yeah. And you can't fault him for that. I mean, bottom line, when he was doing it and it was fine, and and it probably wasn't no money issue. It wasn't about the money. It was just the point, okay, we're not together no more. So what I was doing for 4 or 3, now I'm doing for just my 1. And you need to respect it because just think about it. All the stuff he was doing with y'all together, he didn't have to do it then. And I don't think these women understand that. I'm doing it because I want to. I'm here with you and I understand you got kids. And believe me, I'm not going to go out because I'm with you. And just from my point, my moralistic views and the way I was raised, I'm not going to come in here with food for myself and all y'all here and y'all had, you know what I'm saying? That's just right. Stupid. But when I know it's over, and I ain't got to make sure y'all got no more. I just got to make sure he's taken care of.
I'm going to be honest. If I was dating a guy with children and while we were dating, I would come over and stay and cook. And I cook a big enough meal that would last him for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe cook a couple other big meals that he can freeze, and all he got to do is pop them, put them in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
When we break up, is that still my responsibility? Well, number one, it wasn't my responsibility when we were together.
Exactly.
If I married that man, that was absolutely my responsibility.
Totally different.
In a relationship, no. Now, if we're living in the same household, it is my responsibility. I mean, we cohabitating like we married, do the thing right and stop doing it at all.
Exactly.
But we break up for whatever the reason is. I'm gonna catch that in. For whatever the reason is, if we break up, I'm supposed to still do everything I did for you when we were together? What if I'm in a whole new relationship? And my new man, like, okay, now, baby, I understand you want to help the brother out once a month, but every day. And because he brings his son, the guy in the video brought his son food every day. Whatever he called for, he would go get it for his son. So she's wanting whatever he gets daily, he has to get that times 3 more. If I did that for you when we were together, I'm allowed to have boundaries when we break up. Now, if I call you and I'm like, listen, I know it's a booty call hour, and and you give me some, but then turn around and throw that at me, you should make me do more. Raise your standards. Tell me no. But to make it my obligation, that's what I have the issue with. Because I would probably, knowing me in my heart, I'll probably still make sure them kids are eating. I may not do this often, but when you start telling me stuff like, Nick, what happened? You ain't come by here Monday. Oh my God, you done messed all of your favors up, partner. Let's hit these comments. Thank y'all for chiming in, though. You're not a man if you don't buy for the ones. It's the freaking $1 menu. Next. Well, Mr. or Mrs. Facebook user said it's $1. Quit playing. Ken, what are your thoughts on that?
Yo, I mean, first of all, let's understand it ain't about the money. Okay, it's to understand that I don't have to do it. And it's not about being a man. First of all, the part of him being a man is take care of his responsibility. Let's understand that and address that first. And we ain't talking about just the food. He paid child support. So if he don't buy them kids no food, that ain't his problem. And I think people misunderstand that it's not my kids. If I want to do it, I do it out of, out of my heart and just out of saying being a good dude. That's that part. But saying being a man, me being a man and I got a kid is my responsibility to take care of them without her having to ask me or, threaten me or use the government against me. But me buying food, I don't have to buy them nothing to eat. I don't got to buy them kids nothing to eat.
Yeah.
I do it because I want to.
Yeah.
And if I choose not to anymore, you can't hold that against me and make it feel like I'm less than. Nah, we can't do that. Yeah. We just can't do that.
King said we can't do that. If y'all are enjoying the conversation so far, drop us a heart down in the comments. And also post this on your page so other people can see the conversation taking place and come join us at the table. Let's talk. All righty. I'm loving these comments. I'm loving the conversation. The next comment comes from Coleco. There's a relationship you have built with those kids. That is absolutely true. But it's all about the obligation that she tried to put on him. I think that's where it went wrong. If you're watching him from the moment he walk up to he like, what you got the camera in my face for? Because I'm exposing you. You what? Like, that's where it all went wrong. Had she have been like, boo, I'm struggling. You know what I mean? Can I even borrow $20, baby? You go buy the kids the McDonald's food. It was how she did it. And when we was together, what? I'd have been so discombobulated on her screaming, you got the camera in my face, I owe you what? It was just unnecessary. But I feel where some people are coming from with it's just McDonald's. It's not expensive. Bring a pizza then so they can all share. I think it would have been such a gentleman act for him to still provide for other people's children. And he is not involved with their mother anymore. I feel like she was wrong for coming at him. But if you look at it from the kids' eyes, they have some respect for him. Hopefully they do. If she doesn't damage that.
Right.
If she doesn't damage it. She handled it wrong. She didn't have to address him like that. She could have pulled him to the side and talked about it, not degrading him like that. I think
absolutely
that's you with it. Communication is the key until any relationship about any situation. That is so facts. It's a lot. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all of them. We talking about kids. You never know. You could have been that one positive person in their life. That's why some children have abandonment issues. And I think you're so right on this. But let's look at it from his point of view. He never knew it was a problem.
Right.
He never knew it was a problem. She's been letting him do this. It was that moment on that video that she decided to do that. So it's not that, I don't think she gave him a chance to be a good guy. He probably wasn't thinking, I'm going to go provide for them. The man, them sister and brother got their baby dad. You know, maybe he didn't know it was an issue because she never said anything. And then two, they're still having sex together. Obviously, he didn't know there was an issue. So I think she made him out to look bad when there are so many men that don't take care of their children, but it's so many that do. We don't hear much about the ones that do. You understand what I'm saying? And when we do, it's like they're unicorns. They're going, man, they do for his kids. Oh my God, we spotted a brother that take care of his kids. Shamika, am I saying it right?
Shamika.
Okay.
Yes, Shamika.
I'm not saying she's right. I'm just saying if I can afford it, I'll do it. I'm not responsible for the world, but I still give to the charities.
and she she comes from the point where our family, that's how we were raised. So that's why it wouldn't be a problem for some of us if that was the case. But my thing is to understand the lady coming at him like that, he don't have to. And that's my thing. It's based on your character as an individual. If you choose to do it, hey, kudos. If you choose not, hey, I ain't mad at you, bro. That's just how you handle your business. Because everybody's not going to do it. Some people still do it. So if you feel like it's okay to do it, by all means, you got the ends, handle it. If you feel like I don't want to do it no more, can't nobody sit there and point a finger, hey, you wrong. Wait a minute. How am I wrong when I only got one in that house? You know what I'm saying? So you can't say my man's wrong. But hey, people handle it differently. Like I told you before, Nick, if it was me, I would based on the age. If they were young like that, okay, I would make sure. They hit them teens, hey, y'all better not have come at me. You 12, 13, 14, I don't care. Okay? My kid, I'm just being honest. That's my thing. Because at that time, you understand. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Chill's dad bought him something to eat. No big deal. We better go in there and find us something. And, maybe ask him, yo, could you, something to that effect, because you're old enough now. 4 and 5, it's a different mindset to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you ride past McDonald's and you point and stuff and whatever. So if I brought them back to McDonald's, they're not thinking nothing about, okay, they separate fathers and stuff. They're thinking, well, he brought them from one, he can bring us. I'm cool with that. You hit that 13, 14, don't expect.
Hold on, King. Let's hit these comments. We got the next hot topic. You so silly. I feel sorry for the kids. I do too. Because I bet you she's in that house making a difference and making them feel bad about something they probably would not have been otherwise. But both of them are wrong. Let me see. Both of them wrong and both of them broke. So they needed them views to get a check. Smart move to me, whoever that is. That's so funny. I feel for the kids, but don't make me feel obligated. So we got the heart. So they are enjoying the show. Sorry for whoever that was. We didn't capture your comments. She never answered him. What about the other baby's father? Absolutely not. Why they didn't get the same energy. I wrote that down. I was like, why didn't you go off on the ones that are not there because you're struggling to feed 3 other ones and you don't get your stamps until the 11th? Yo, but Fat Joe was like, so I watched
he commented
what he called her video. He watched her rebuttal video. And he like, she had her nails done in her head because she was looking nice. He told me why she didn't take that money and go buy the kids some McDonald's with that. King, I told you every time you go to touch and stuff,
because somebody hit my what's the name? Oh, God.
Okay, let me keep going because you have to go to the next topic. She was probably mad at one of the other baby daddies and took it out of him. And then Hendrix, says take the kids out to eat before dropping them off at home. Absolutely. However, but it doesn't look like she gonna let him do that. So y'all, that was fire.
Okay, we're good.
That was fire. We're gonna go on to the next one.
Can you hear me?
There's a video. Yes, baby, we can hear you. There are several videos about what a submissive woman does that have gone freaking viral. And one of the reasons why they went viral are the things that these women who say they are submissive to their man said, they said that they do. In other words, wiping them when they use the bathroom, waiting on them hand and foot, packing their bags, putting on their socks for them after lotioning their feet after them. King.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna mute you, babe. But you're good. You keep going. You know we ain't gonna be talking about you and your bootleg. um. What else was it in the video? Bathing them. It was lotioning them up, shaving them, making sure that their food, is always cooked, feeding them. Sometimes some of them will cut up their food and feed it to them. It was a whole bunch of other things, but it wasn't what some people would say submissive is. To a lot of people, it sounded like you the man's slave. But some of the women in the videos were actually bad mouthing other women that don't do these things and saying that they don't know how to be submissive and keep their man. So if y'all have seen those videos, we got comments already flying in. Drop your thoughts down in the comments. If you haven't seen it, let's have a conversation about it. This submissive thing. King, you've seen the video. I want you to share with them what you shared with me. What are your thoughts on that?
Yo, I mean, you know me. Submissiveness to me is more of a back and forth. That's how I look at submissive.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about the video. What are your thoughts about what you heard her say in the video?
Yo, some of the stuff I agreed with. The stuff like now, to me, honestly, you going a little bit too far because you ain't got to shave me. You ain't got to do a whole lot of stuff. I don't need all that. My thing is, yo, when it comes to that food, hey, we good to go. If you got something cooked on the stove or you knocked it out, and some, a lot of stuff I can do myself. You know what I'm saying? But some of the stuff I feel that women don't show up for today that showed up back then, what's the problem? I'm just saying that, if you're going to call yourself being a good wife or submissive wife, then understand there's a lot that goes with that. And I ain't saying all those things that, that Nick had just told us about. But it's some things that someone don't want to do at all. I'm like, really? I said, but you want him to be able to provide this. You want him to be able to be the stand-up dude and stuff. And you can't even just make sure he got this going on or this taken care of. I mean, clothes washed, stuff like that. I mean, come on. That's what you married. I mean, what did you marry him for? You know what I'm saying? What he married you.
Okay, wait. We're not driving past that. Back your car.
Okay, gotcha.
What did you marry her for? So in other words, if you marry a woman, she should be doing X, Y, and Z. What is X, Y, and Z?
I mean, just some of the things, I guess, that she learned from her mother of how you take care of a man.
Okay, that's my thing. Though. Talk to us.
I mean, just make sure the basic things to take care of. Make sure you wash his clothes, or you clean up the house, or cook and stuff. I mean, things that y'all both can do, but pretty much that, that's what you were taught to do for your man. That was what you taught to do to take care of your man. So I'm not putting it where you're the only one that has to clean up. You're the only, but I'm saying for the most part, you shouldn't come into that thinking that you ain't doing none of that. Let's be clear on that. You shouldn't come in thinking, oh, I'm not gonna cook, I'm not gonna clean. I'm like, oh, hold up. Wait a minute, sister, you need to back that up because somewhere along the line you didn't understand what I was telling you when we married and got them vows up together. And that when I asked you, I had a conversation. I like a woman that can cook. I like a woman that can do this. And you was like, yeah. So we get married. Oh, I got him now, sister. Back it up. We still got a year.
Telling us what those that's are. You're not.
Well, I just said.
I'm gonna give you a moment to think about it because we got so many comments coming in. Whoever this says, well, where do you find them and are they expensive? Where are these submissive women and are they expensive? Put your name in there so we can know who you are. You are hilarious. We're gonna get to the rest of your comments in just 1 second. I promise. What is submissive to you? What is a submissive wife to you, King?
Basically, submissive wife.
Answer the question.
Yeah, I said I'm getting to answer the question, Nick. Mm-hmm. Being submissive is being understanding, respectful, respecting what I say, respecting how I say it, and not feeling that I'm making you do something, that I'm commanding you to do something. Okay? When you being submissive to me, that's being where, okay, you know what? I understand my husband. He understands me. I do for him. He does for me. I shouldn't have an argument in this. It shouldn't be nothing that I got to command you to do. It's something that you feel comfortable and feel freely doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that is supposed to go along with the relationship, with the marriage.
Okay.
Because Because one thing I understood, both women and men are supposed to be submissive in a marriage. And I think some people don't understand, like I said, when I just explained what submissive means.
Right. But okay. But we're talking about the video of the submissive
Right.
wife. You still quite didn't give me the answer, but you did answer. And I would like to know what some of the men in the audience, married or not, what is a submissive wife to you? While y'all are answering that, I got to hit your other comments. When we first started out, Shamika was like, word, what? Nicole said that's being
see, there we go.
Hold on, wait, King, hold. We listen to your POV. Let me get theirs in. You get your kicks in a minute. Nicole said that's being a slave. Shamika said ridiculous. Why is this still a debate? Well, William, is a viral one on top of that. Where he hit you? Where you find them? Are they expensive? I wouldn't even want Sierra to do all of that. That is his wife. For those that don't know, what's up? C. There's a difference between being submissive and being a fool. All right, Nicole, break that down for us down in the comments, Nicole. What's the difference between the submissive woman to you and a fool? Haven't seen it, but baby, bye, peace. I'm with you, Shamika. They are just a private. They are just a private nurse, just cheaper and living. Somebody said on one of them that it's their boss because it's a full-time job. So the woman said, he's my boss. I just get to have sex with him. That's what she said. I did make that up. King, don't put your foot in your mouth. Reese said, what if her mom didn't teach her those things? That's why I kept trying to get him to answer what it was he was talking about, because a lot of people did not get raised to be taught what taking care of your man is. And that, as well as the word submissive, is going to be relative to each and every individual person. But what you're never going to do is make me feel a certain kind of way or feel bad because I'm not submissive in your way. But submission to me is not getting the toe jam from between your toes. And therefore, it shows you how much I love you and I'm submitting to you. That is not what that means. If I want to get the toe jam from between your toes because I love you, that's why I'm doing it. But that does not mean I'm going to teach all women, now this is submission. And your man should never have to wipe himself. You have to anticipate his every need. And if you're not there to meet it, you're not doing your job. That's a lie. I'm going to anticipate that I know my man has to be to work at 6. So he's going to get up at 4:30. So guess what? Nick got his food ready. I'm going to make sure my baby eats. But if Nicole doesn't do that, that does not make her not a good wife. Because what if her husband said, baby, I don't want you getting up with the chickens with me. I don't want you doing that. Not the chickens. That's not what crows. Y'all know what I mean.
The roosters. The rooster.
Ever. I don't want you to get the roosters. I want you to lay your pretty head right there. If you don't mind having dinner ready for me, baby, I got you on the dinner. Then guess what? That's what they decided to do in their relationship. Moving on. Coley Cole says, great question. So we waiting on the answer, boo. And hello, Ricky Rick.
What's up, Slick?
Some women weren't taught to be submissive. Exactly. We need to study biblical submission because, baby, this ain't that ain't that. Girl, if he leaving me that insurance policy, who is this? I want to know who this person is. Girl, if he leaving me that insurance policy of $500K, oh, I'm down. Ain't nobody taking care of my rich man. I don't know who that is, but that is
me either.
Alrighty. So we're still waiting on Coley Cole's answer. And I was going to ask you, so the part about the shaving, you wiping your nose if you sneeze.
Right.
One video, one woman was like, if he coughs, she like right there to catch it. One woman said that she actually heals men. Like she so caters to everything. She calls her man spoiled and rotten.
Right.
But she likes him that way. So is that your preference? Is your preference to be sitting in your chair watching the Celtics play and Chiquita to come in every 15 minutes to check to see where your tea level is and fill your cup without being asked, to put socks on your feet, bring you covered before you say you cold? She is anticipating it. She sets all your medicine now, have your water out, go brush your teeth. You like, are those things that you desire from your wife?
No, it ain't gotta be that. Because I don't have to.
Hey, big brother. My big brother says, hey, fam.
What's going on, bro? No, like I said, it ain't got to be to that extreme for me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to. I feel to me, that's a bit extreme. You don't have to be on my beck and call. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to make sure. That's a little bit over the top for me. I ain't saying some brothers don't like that. I ain't saying some women don't mind doing that. That's up to them. That's their preference. It don't take all that from me. I'm simple when it comes to certain things. When it, comes to, that type of situation. So, what women consider submissive in certain instances, it won't be submissive to the other one. Or I'll be right,
like but everybody keep trying to come back to you. We want to know.
And see, because I don't know why. Okay, my thing is, it don't take all that for me. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't.
What does it take for you?
Like I said, it takes for Nick. You know me long enough.
Yeah, but the audience, baby, you're not just
okay. My bad.
Okay.
Right. So my biggest thing, and all my family, people that know me, people that don't, I'm gonna let you know right now. My whole thing has been food. If you can feed me, and I only need 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? I can make up that, but if I can get a hot meal 3 times a week, yo, I am satisfied. All 3 syllables. All 3 syllables. I'm saying that's it. That's to me. That's it.
Then that's it. Let's hit these comments and we're going to go to the next one because that's what we're going to be talking about. When the grandpa giving the advice. All right. And hey, big brother. Okay, so Shamika said that's Yolanda.
Okay, no, that's my sister. That's my sister.
Is your sister? Hey, King sister. Is that the other one? Because your other one was on, right?
Oh, no, I got just that one on. I got 2 on. That one and the other one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, Yolanda.
Respecting the obligation, and the vows we both took. But watch your mouth.
No doubt.
Okay. All righty. And I would rather take my wife her plate than she bring me mine. Come through, Reese. Come through. Not that you eye rolling.
He killing me.
Killing me. Why is he killing you? Because that's what he wants.
And I ain't saying that.
You want the plate. You want the plate. And he want to take the plate.
I ain't saying. Did I say it? I just said he knows what I said.
He be killing me. That's what you said.
Okay.
You the one that's talking out loud, bro.
Okay. No
Y'all
problem.
In the comments, help me out. He's saying it out loud. Anyway.
It's all good.
Submissive was king back in the day.
Oh, y'all really? Is that what you going to say?
Because he going in on Reese. Apparently that was him.
She know that was not me. So she definitely knows. She know.
That ain't what I did. Said. Yes, Reese. Okay, Ricky agrees.
Oh, God. These brothers. Oh.
Brothers, y'all hear what he's saying to y'all? I'm so riding, but I would never do that or allow that unless it's medical. I think my thoughts of submission is allowing him to lead. King Catch It is allowing him to lead whatever it takes to make sure our family is covered, not chores, not requirements. I love that the change in the vocabulary does change the concept of it. I got you. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all, my babies. That's my dog. Sorry. I think my thoughts of submission is. Oh, did I just do that?
You just did that.
Us serving each other and her staying fresh and clean. Brother, you're gonna love the next conversation. That is definitely how my brother feels because he's always been a stickler for that. It's anticipating. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make that out. Oh, each other's needs. I'm sorry, oh, there it is. He just put it in there. Each other's needs with minimum reason, of course, disabilities. Okay, so if there was an issue, I got you. Disabilities would change what is needed. Absolutely. All righty, that was a good one. Y'all are going to love this next one. There's this video, another viral one, where this woman is talking about the 4 appetites, 4 different, Catch a King, I got you. The 4 different appetites that a man has. He was teaching his granddaughter. He has since passed away, and she wanted to share what he told her. So what I'm going to do is share those with you at this time. I cannot wait to hear our responses to these. All right, he says, number 1, that a man's appetite is physical. He physically has an appetite. He wanted his daughter to know how to cook. And if she didn't know how to cook, want to know how to cook, and to have food on the table or in the oven when her man came home. Number 2, the next appetite was visual. He said to keep yourself up because you are going to be the only woman that this man wants and will be with for the rest of y'all's life. So to keep yourself up, because men are visual and they're visually stimulated, so you want him to crave you. So first was physical, second was visual. The third, he has a sexual appetite. Like we didn't know that. Men are sexual in nature, so they'll want to do what they want to do, but do it with their woman. So, don't be telling your man no. And then number 4 is emotional. And that is that a man wants to feel appreciated, understood, and heard. Appreciated, understood, and heard. All righty. I'm going to hit them once again. That was the 4 appetites: physical, visual, sexual, and emotional. I want to hear from the men. Do y'all agree with Grandpa's advice? Do you agree? Physical, visual, sexual, and emotional. Are those your 4 appetites? Were there any left off? Do you favor any over the other? And what are your thoughts? So we have Hendrix saying yes. Yes, he agrees. Okay, Nicole, you agree with William on the last one. Got you. Sean says yes. He agrees. Which one, Hendrix and Sean, since y'all are responding right now, which of the 4 would be your number 1? So we have physical, visual, sexual, and emotional. Which one of those would be like your top main? Or if you want to rearrange the order, which would be your 1 through 4? King, holla at us.
Hey, everybody know what my first one to be. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, no, we don't. Tell us. What would be the first one?
My first one is physical. You know what I'm saying? You know I like to eat. That's my physical. You know what I'm saying? So that covers that. But like I said, I give Grandpa the kudos because all that was correct. Everything that he said goes in numbers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like in the order that he did it?
Yeah, because if you look at it, it falls in place like that. You know, the first would be the food. The second would be the physical. You know what I'm saying? You want to, make sure, because that's how you look at it anyway. You know, she serves you that food.
Not necessarily because it could be emotional, but okay, but for you,
it's if I like this. You. So this would be, let me change it around. Let me say that around. It would be 2, 1, then 3, and then 4. So and 2.
I do want to hear from y'all too. I'm sorry, Nicole. I wasn't saying I don't want y'all to chime in. I just kind of wanted to hear what order or what importance it if they agreed. Hold on, King, real quick.
All right.
James, hey James, how are you? Thank you for watching. James says yes, he agrees. Reese says first for him it's going to be visual. So keep yourself up. He wants to be heard, appreciated, and understood. And then physical, which is the food, and then the sex. And Nicole says she is not a man, but being around men, she agreed with the whole statement. Emotional is Hendrix number 1. All righty, King, go ahead.
Yeah, what I was saying is I would do the visual first because, like, when you meet somebody, that's what you see. That's that first physical attraction is visual. And then, y'all see what she got. You see how she burned in the kitchen because there you go. She looking good. She can cook good. Ooh, she on a roll right now. And then the third one I would use as emotional because I want to feel appreciated. Say when I was at her house and she cooked, I cleaned her kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And I asked her, I took her trash. So that was, you know what I'm saying? That's the emotional side of feeling appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Feeling
repeat what you just said.
I said feeling appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Brothers want to feel appreciated. So my thing is, if I just took it upon myself to do something for her, I want to feel appreciated that
if you take out her trash, like if you go visit, you
if I was visiting, that's what I'm saying. I was upstairs, I just went over crib, she invited for dinner, and I washed the dishes after she cooked me a nice meal and took out her trash, I feel appreciated. And then the fourth, definitely want that bomb sex, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying, we married. Hey, I want the roof hanging off the roof type stuff, that craziness, the freaky dicky stuff, So yeah, that'd be my 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. And still waiting on some other people to respond. So I'm like Nicole, I'm not a man, but I think if I make sure I got the emotional correct, everything else is going to fall in line. Because if I'm making sure I do my part that you feel appreciated, understood, and heard, then on the physical part, if that's something that I'm paying attention to that. On the sexual, I got you on that. And then the same when it comes to the visual. But I got to ask this question to the man, King. I'm going to start with you. I love these. I absolutely do. And I'm not debating any of them. But I gotta ask, why is it so important for some men that the visual, like she stays up, she stays sexy and appealing? Why is that so important to you all when it comes to your woman? But y'all can let yourselves go. Y'all can do you. Y'all gain weight. Not all of you keep your hair trimmed and cut up and your toenails and all of that stuff. Some do it, some don't. But for some people, it's like so important if she starts to gain a little weight or she starts to lag in that area, then your eyes are somewhere else, but you're not doing the same thing. You're not being what you want. So I would love for you to address that, and I'd love to hear from y'all in the comments.
Okay, and I feel what you're saying because that is kind of some people get to that point, but I think what it is, we look at our women we put our women some on a pedestal, but we look at our women at a broader scale. When we
Meaning,
like you got to look better than anything I've seen. That's what I want to feel like. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the women I might have dated before you, and when I meet you and there's that attraction and that magnet, I want you to be the. And now, mind you, I know you
hold
ain't
on
supposed
one
to
second. Was that to me, Hendrix or King? Because I said not all men, but some, and
Mhm.
a lot of people that I have counseled or that I'm friends with or that I talk to, that's an issue. The man be saying stuff like she let herself go after the baby or whatever, and you look over at him and it's like, did y'all let yourself go? We talking about just her, okay? But so let me know, was that to me or was that to him? Um, Go ahead. Oh, y'all coming in with these comments.
Yeah, I guess, like I said, some and it's not all
Your
it's not all
sister's
brothers.
own one.
It's
Oh,
not
he
all
said
brothers.
to me, he didn't hear the same.
Right.
Okay, well, I understand. Maybe you misunderstood what I said, but I explicitly said not all men, but there are a lot
Right.
that feel like they want their wife to look a certain way, and will even tell a baby you letting yourself go, and it's like, bro,
Yeah, I never felt like that.
seriously.
Yeah,
I
I've never
mean,
felt
down
like
to
that.
the toenails. We don't like getting
Yeah.
clawed up.
Right.
And some men don't do jack. They don't even put lotion on their feet. They shower, put their socks on. They don't. It's a lot men will not do, but it's expected of the
right.
women to do it. But back to your answer. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, and I understand that because I mean, my thing is, I expect my woman to keep herself as best as she can keep herself. As far as her going away, I don't get into all that. The way I met her and loved her, I still love her, regardless, because I loved her for her. So the physical,
Right, but my question to you is why is it that, because even on your list,
Mhm.
that was right up there at the top. So I'm asking is why is it that something, and you were saying that because we expect that of y'all, we put y'all on a different
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So I'm asking why though, but
because we
y'all
look,
let yourselves go.
and I understand, but see, we see y'all in a different light than we see us, and I mean, it's like when you see a man, like in most cases, when you see a man, you see a woman, who represents who? Depending on the situation, your to some people, some men, their women represents them, and that's why I understand you said some let themselves go, and it comes from maybe if their woman let themselves go, but then if she looks like she looks, he has to bring himself to that level because when she steps out, like if he at home, his wife steps out, he want to look that part for whatever reason, she just represents him for
I
some, you know what I'm
understand
saying?
that.
But I,
But I'm saying though, wanting her to look that part, that's cool.
right?
But not being what you want. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, some brothers.
She can look like X, Y, and Z, but you look like Z, B, and Q. Like,
Hey, and I understand some brothers. Hey, I can't speak for them, and I'm not one of them. But I know, so like you said, some brothers expect that from his woman to look on this level, and he can look like he want to, and that's part of that. This is how it's supposed to be because you my woman. I want you to look like that. I'm not that type of dude, but there's brothers that command that expect that. Women they try to live up to that, and that's just the guy that you got. And I
right.
hate that in some situations, but that's just how it is. And some men I ain't because I had never been that dude. But some
Yeah.
women, some brothers expect that your woman supposed to look like this all the time. She step out
Right.
the door, she ain't wearing no bonnet. She been not had nothing on her head. She, you know what I'm saying? Which most women respect themselves enough anyway. But I mean, I've seen women out there pajamas and stuff, and I was like, yo, that would be a problem for me, regardless of saying the weight and stuff. That's not me. But
Right.
carry yourself to a respectful way.
I'm not even referring to like the bonnets out in public.
Right.
I'm talking more even to the ones that, like, say, your woman, you come home, she's always in sweats.
Mm.
But she's at home with the kids all day, and then
And I got a problem with that.
day,
Yeah.
and your food is cooked, and your house is clean, and your kids are good, but then you in your just because you're not sexually attracted to her in that moment. I'm not saying don't
Right.
talk to your wife about this. Please do not change what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying,
Right.
everybody. What
Right.
I'm saying is that will be an issue because she is not sex appealing herself up, but that dude is not even doing it. He's
Got
walking
you.
around in his drawers and
Mm-hmm.
not even the fly ones. You understand what I'm saying? On a pair of shorts. But he letting his hair go. He not working out. He's not showering and wearing her favorite cologne. But women, we have all these expectations placed on us. You even just said it out your own mouth. That's what we expect from y'all. We expect y'all to represent us. Okay, but we can't get that same thing back.
Oh
So
yeah,
if
that's
you
yeah.
want, cool. I'll be sexy for you. I have on the heels. I'll do all of that. But don't you come through there in your raggedy and your shirt with all the holes, all the stains 2 years ago, and then telling me I'm not sexy.
Oh
That
yeah. I respect it. Believe me, Nick, I respect that. And like I said, I wouldn't one of them brothers. I ain't one of them brothers. So I respect what you're saying. And the brother that does that is jacked up. Because
yeah,
why would you expect that from her and you don't expect that from yourself? To look, just as good and keep yourself up just as good as she did. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but there's some brothers out there, that's how they roll.
that part. Your
Yeah.
sister said, "Girl, bump all that. They better not be broke.
See, that's
We
what
have got
that
all that other stuff to make them amazing."
is. See, that's
She
see.
worried about the money. She don't care if you rag. She don't care. She will buy you some new looks. I'm not a man, but I don't see anything wrong with this list, but it goes both ways. I love the list, and I did say that several times. I love the list. I don't disagree with the list. My question for me personally was,
Right.
if this is the list and King himself mentioned that physical up top, why is it that it happens that some men they want it, but ooh,
Yeah.
I'm catch that King. All right, so Reese said, I think we should compliment each other. We need to look good together. I can't wait. I can't. Oh, I think you want. I can't want you being a 10 and I'm a 2.5.
No doubt.
Oh, that was Hendrix's response to me. That's why it's hard for me to be friends with a lot of males because that standard makes no sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me either because I don't mind ever doing anything for my man. That just would be hard as heck to give you what you desire. I can't never get what I desired. Who? No, we don't. I see a woman in the same light. When I walk in with a woman, we are that power couple. People gonna say they look good, not just her or me, both of us. That was to you, King.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I know
Henry
that.
says, well, for me, because we have so many functions we go to, only then is when I'm expecting her best and I'm paying for it. Any other time, she can look like who did it and why come. I ain't heard that in so long. Who did it and why come? Because I want her to have her relaxing days. Plus, it'll keep the men.
No doubt.
That's push. I mean, that's keep away. Alrighty, my brother says, God said, husbands love your wives, queens and wives, queens. Okay, reference your husband. All of these things only come when both have had some upbringing or solid foundation. Not this guy, but sis and King. I'm not setting across a sea line or wildebeest. Dig this. God put it to men to adore a woman's beauty and upkeep. If she's gaining weight, tell hell no. We're going to work that out. Both parties should be concerned about their health. Both should be eye candy. How many licks does it take to get to the center? You stupid. Kendrick says, if she asks and tell me, I'll make the change. And then the Facebook users, I think that's your sister said facts. Said facts. Go ahead, King.
Yeah. I mean, definitely understand that. When you step out, you want to both look good. You know what I'm saying? When you're around the house, I don't care how you look. You know what I'm saying? It don't bother me at all because I'm gonna walk around anyway. I'm gonna chill and how I walk around my crib is how I walk around my crib. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you don't like it, get over it. But you know what I'm saying? Outside, totally different look, totally different feel. So yeah, I'm definitely not that one. You gain a little weight, yo. If you got a problem with your weight, then you got a problem with your weight. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with your weight. I love it. Because I liked it when you was a one weight, you gained it. I still loved you for you, so that don't bother me. If you like you said, like your brother said, you're doing it for the health. That's respectful. I
That
understand
part.
that. But
That part.
other than that, hey, I ain't got a problem. Kids,
That
no
part.
kids. Don't wait. I love you anyway. Ain't nothing like a nice little fupa. You know.
Let's move on. Music Love Child, Music Love Child say if he gain a little weight, he ain't gonna catch as long as the love is the same. But I love Grandpa's list. That's good. I'm not you.
What's wrong with
Listen, we got a few more topics and our time is almost up. So another video went viral where this man says, if you're going on a first date, because I think his friend asked the question, what should I do or take her or bring her to show her that I'm serious on this date? And he was like, buy her house. You want to start showing women stability on dates. Don't show up with no candy, no flowers, and that type of stuff. They can buy that from Kroger's. Buy her house. Buy her house and show her that you mean what you say, because women love stability. King, what were your thoughts when you saw that video?
Yo, you know,
guys, in the comments, your thoughts.
He a straight nut. He a straight nut. There's something wrong with him. Ain't no daggone way I'm buying any female no house to show her some keys on the first date. This could be your house. Oh, please. I can show you my house. This is where I live. Okay, this is how I'm living like, baby.
This is where I stay.
This is where I stay. You know what I'm saying?
Where I turn my key.
Now, eventually, depending on where we can go, hey, you can stay here too. It might work out like that. But it means come out. Hey, baby, this is for you. You know what I'm saying? Depending on when it's go, this is your house. It's paid for. No, man, you watch your mind. Tell me we're moving in after we get married. Man, see, that's an idiot sitting there trying to have other brothers want to kill him. Because some woman thinking, well, see, there you go. Look, the first date. He done got a house right. Yeah, okay. You mean to go find him? Because you think this first date, you know how I am my first dates. Anybody know me? Hey, $20, $25, 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying? In the midday, no drinks. Yeah. That's how I'm trying to see what we about on that first date. So the last thing I'm gonna do is show you some house keys that I'm talking about you and me could. No, I tell you I got a house. Okay, I got a car. You know that's mine. But
I'm stable.
I'm good. So that should tell you something that if you do get involved with me, I got a place to stay. We ain't got to try to rent a hotel room. You can come to my crib. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to get no Uber. You know what I'm saying? We got my car.
You did not offer your crib for the sex.
I'm just saying if that's the case. But other than that, I'm saying I'm not showing you no house that you think you can get if you marry me or we get. No, sister, you already right there. You already know what you got on your mind. Like we gonna make this work. Nah, don't worry about it.
Comments. I cannot. You got to go to the hotel. I got a house right up there on 24th Street. That would turn me off. She said, especially on the first date. Reese said, you know what that word is. I would date my blank. Shamika getting her whole life on that one. Jane said, real talk, he ain't doing that either. People are funny. Cole said, what will happen when she does not return the calls? Y'all, I think what the guy was trying to say is show stability.
Right.
If you're trying to press a woman and you're trying to show her that you mean business, because remember I said that's one of the things he said. Then like show up with something like that, not just if I was in the little 99-cent store candy type thing. Show stability.
Right.
And then when you're really into the date, y'all are really dating. Y'all are talking serious. Don't go move in with her. How about you get a house? How about y'all work towards something permanent? I think that's what he's trying to say.
That's what he's saying.
I think my first day will be Netflix and chill. Now you do know what that means, Ricky Red.
Apparently he don't, Nick. Apparently
Netflix and chill, not just watching Netflix chilling on the couch.
No,
Netflix and chill is you gonna pretend like you gonna watch some on Netflix and you gonna do something at King's house because you don't need to pay for the hotel.
Wow, you right there with that.
Okay. Yeah, other thoughts on it. You're the one that said I got a crib. We don't need to go get the room.
I'm just saying that first date type thing. But like you said, my man said, they wouldn't if they got married, they wouldn't move in until after they got married. So that was just like you said, that was the stability of the first date thing. I'm not even giving you that mindset, thinking that this could be you. You still getting checked out. So the last thing I'm gonna do is show you some house keys. Okay.
Nicole said he knew exactly what it meant. My bad.
But
good night, kings and queens. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sis. Love you.
Chill will make some.
See, there you go. See, why
gotta go get the room.
See,
got set up at his.
Ain't got to be like that. I'm just that first date is gonna be memorable, or it might not be happen again. So at least you got that free meal. Y'all know how I roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Doing your 2 for $25 and that free meal. Listen, here we go. Do you have the right to leave your lady stranded if you find out she's cheating? A huge this video, I don't even know how many views is on this. But apparently, this woman left her cell phone in the car. I don't know if it was unlocked
Oh,
or
that
if
was
she just left it in the car, but her man was going through her phone while she was inside the store. When she comes out, he done locked her out the vehicle and then informed her he done found out that she's cheating, and she, angry because he done went through the phone. He's not letting her in, and he burns off on her. Do you have a right to leave your woman stranded if you discover while you're out that she has been cheating on you? Yes, Reese on his 2 for 20. All righty, Ken, go ahead.
yo, that was so up. Yo, my thing is, let's be clear, y'all. If you know you cheating, you know you doing some sneaky stuff. You got a sneaky link. Make sure you take your phone with you or lock that bad boy pretty good because you set yourself up. She got out the car to go get the gas, pay for it, and just didn't think in that brief moment and got back to that car door. It was locked and my man was going through it. And she about lost it. Then he said, okay. He must have found something because he pulled off. So just left her stranded. My thing is, yo, take care of your business. You know you had to be doing something for you to start tripping like she was tripping. Yo, she was yelling and stuff. Why are you going through my phone?
You're trying to kick the window in.
Window
But my
in, yeah.
question to you is though, do you have the right to leave her stranded if you
No,
find out
no.
like that?
No, you don't have the right. First of all, you had the right to go on her phone, but you definitely had the right to leave her stranded. No, it don't take all that. If you find out she's cheating, if you went through her phone, which you shouldn't have, and you find out she's cheating, well, yo, okay, it is what it is. So you get back in the car, you leave, and keep it moving. But you don't leave her.
King,
Hmm?
listen to what Hendrix said. He said, text the man on her behalf and ask to meet at a hotel and drive.
Oh, that's hilarious there.
Oh
That's hilarious
gosh.
there.
He
And
just
that's
like
funny.
ain't leave us stranded, but he gonna pick up, take her wherever we gotta go.
That's funny.
Golly. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, but I was just saying, yeah, I mean, my thing is it don't take all that. If you see you go in looking for something, you know you're gonna find it. And if that's the case, don't leave them. You know what I'm saying? Handle like a real man. Okay, you know what? I see this situation. We talked about it, deal with it, but I ain't gonna leave you for what? What's that supposed to prove? You know what I'm saying? And apparently it was her car. I think it was actually her car.
Man.
I think it was actually her car
It
for real.
probably was. Reese
Yeah.
says, look, I would be gone, side of the road in the rain. Dang. If you go looking for evidence, you got to handle what you
What you
find.
find? I believe that.
We already hit his comment. You want to read that one?
I did handle what I found. She left. Problem handled.
King.
Just give me back my phone so I can call the side dude.
I'm gonna need either my keys or my phone or both. So I can call my dude because I ain't gonna walk these hills.
It's for real.
Always take me back when you pick up.
Pick me up.
And leave me alone. Is that what you did to her before?
Who?
She said always takes her back to where you.
No, she said always take me back when you pick
always
me up.
take me back.
Always take me back and pick me up and leave me alone.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I thought you left her somewhere.
No, no, I didn't know like that.
He says I saw the second part. He went back and got her. Oh, I didn't see the second.
Oh, me either. I didn't see that either. So I'm gonna have to go check and see that.
That part. First date would be the meeting and the nursing home.
At the nursing home.
To let her know if she plays her cards well, or she will have to move in with like I cannot.
Bye, Felicia.
Say we gonna run by the nursing home. I wish you would leave me in the car. I wish you would leave me in my car there with some charges. Oh,
yeah, she said I wish you would leave me in my car.
Yeah,
There was some charges, stolen vehicle.
Yo, that was wow.
That was crazy.
All right, here's our last one. We're going to finish up before time. Black men down alone. There's this video that also went viral about this woman who is a nurse. She works on the floor where there are a lot of stroke patients. And she said that she was finding so many men coming in their 40s and 50s who had had strokes. They were unable to take care of themselves. And she would always ask, like, where's your wife? Where's your lady? And they would tell her stuff like, man, I was in them streets running. Like, I didn't have time for that. Wasn't trying to settle down. Well, fast forward and life happened while you was in the streets running. Then that happens and you now have no one to care for you. And many of them were going to nursing homes. So she was talking about men dying alone. And the message that she was giving, just to, sum it up, was like, she's like, get out them streets. Y'all running them streets, and the streets ain't got nothing for you. When you got good women that want to be your women and be in your lives and be there for you, but you either mess those relationships up because you're out there in the street, or you don't want to settle down. And then in the end, you end up dying alone or having to deal with life alone. What are y'all thoughts on that? King, while you're getting your thoughts together, let me hit these last two real quick. Lyft or Uber, take your pick. Streets has no love. Yeah, the streets have no love. And then she said that's their problem. All righty then. So what are your thoughts on that, King?
Yeah, my thing is, brothers ain't wising up. You know what I'm saying? I hear like this. At 50, Nick, you supposed to know that this is where you want to be at. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to relationships. You know what I'm saying? 50, I'm just saying, give up the streets. I mean, to me, that right there is halfway through your life. You ain't gonna hit 100. Well, if case, I'm just saying, 50 years is a lot to understand and know and be done learned. Like, okay, let me stop playing this game with these women. Let me commit. Now, if you're not, then this situation is what you might end up with. You know what I'm saying? You never know what might happen to you. And I mean, nobody wants to die alone. And I don't mean just to actually have to take care of you, but just dying alone. Mm-hmm. Just being without nobody there, companion, somebody that you can actually talk to and befriend on that level. That's the last thing you want to die in a nursing home, nobody coming to visit you, and something like that, just because you broke up relationships or you acted the way you did when you was in those streets. So, it's sad that these brothers, you know what I'm saying, at this age, decent jobs, the whole nine, but you want to play the game, and here you are, paralyzed, or, you know what I'm saying, in the case what you were saying, as far as stroke victims, and there's nobody coming up here to visit you because the women that you did kick it with, you messed over, or you just like, hey, I ain't ready, and now here we are. So I'll tell anybody at 50, you know what I'm saying, plus look for that part where I want to be in a committed relationship, or I want to have somebody in my life that I can really relate to, that I can have that kind of connection with. You know what I'm saying? So at least you're not dying alone in case something happened and that extreme.
Yeah.
That's my thing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up? What about you, Nick? What you think about that?
Like, because I watched the video several times over, and she wasn't playing. Like she was finding it so much more frequently now. And a lot of people think something's not gonna happen if it does happen like that to you, in your like 80s and stuff like that. They're young people in their 40s and 50s and stuff, and things are happening, and it might not be a stroke, right? It could be anything. But she was saying, you ran them streets like that to the point where you can't even call one of your sides. You can't call one of the homie level friends. You can't call nobody. Like, who do I call for you? There's nobody to call. So they have to make calls to get these people now into nursing homes, because you're at a point where you can't take care of yourself anymore. And what is that like, to run those streets like that you don't have any loyalty in any of the relationships, that you can't call on someone, so you can go back to your own home and live. So, I mean, if you're going to be out there like that, you just refuse to, I don't want to grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid. Like, you don't want to grow up like that, then at least stop dogging people out, so somebody will be there. You want somebody to bring you a Happy Meal or something. Like, I mean, and then it's heartbreaking that so many brothers they end up having to die alone. Because if they're not coming to see you in the hospital, who will come see you in a nursing home? Who will come see you in a nursing home? You know what I'm saying? So Coley Cole says, get it together, fellas. You will be blowing bubbles like, oh.
Madea movie. I knew that was going to come up. That was going to come up.
Oh, boy, in the Madea movie. I cannot. You ain't lying, Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all leave your last minute comments about that. I mean, your last comments about that. But King, before you give your final, I'm going to do that for you. Before you get your final, I just have a couple of things to say. Thank you all so much for chiming in with us tonight, sitting down at the table, having these amazing conversations. Loved all of your points of views. Thank you to our sponsors, Sean Harrington, and then Kevin. I did put their information up on the screen. They are sponsors for our show, and we love and appreciate you all so very, very much. If you have not checked out my other podcast, the Obstacle Overcomer podcast, please do so. Are we there? Y'all there? Okay. You can find all of the episodes on YouTube and anywhere you enjoy streaming your podcast. The new season will be starting soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you have not done so, connect with me on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you are interested, excuse me, in co-hosting an episode with us, please hit me up at nikkiking@gmail.com. Or if you have any topics you want us to talk about, hit us up at that same email address. Please be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and you can catch all of the replays as well as live streams on YouTube. King, what are your quick finals so we can let this good people go?
All right, just want to let y'all know I appreciate everybody that chimed in, listening, my family. I love y'all. Y'all came in and supported the brother in a big, big way. I do thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? All y'all that came in.
Us.
I'm sorry. You know, I just said it because I'm not used to all my family being on here like that. So, yeah, I love all y'all. Glad y'all all showed up, all my friends and all my family that showed up for us and supporting the show. We love to do it, and we glad that y'all see something in it, that y'all will take y'all time, you know, Sunday afternoon and hear us out. And my man Will, always a pleasure, bro. I'm telling you, I'm going to come down to San Antonio, I'm going to hang out with you, and we're going to do a TikTok. I never did a TikTok in my life, but we're going to do one, bro. Nick, catch that, Nick, catch that. Anyway, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good week. As always, King's out.
King is out. Thank y'all for these comments. We love y'all too. Thank you. If you two keep up this podcast with all these ladies on the podcast, I'm not doing you. Tell my granddaddy and Danny, I'm not doing you. Shalom, and he said Houston, brother. I think he was trying to include me up in that, but yeah, he's in Houston. I just cannot with you. Listen, we love to leave you all with a word of the week, and child. I'm going to say that the word of the week is going to be communication once again, because I mean, if people were communicating, half this stuff would not have happened tonight, right? Yeah, communicate, y'all. Talk, please. If you're in a relationship, talk. Don't wait till you're angry. Talk about stuff that's on your mind. Don't walk around passive aggressively and slamming doors and thinking everybody should be able to read your mind because you said it 25 times already. No, have a conversation and talk, y'all. And make what you want known when you are talking to someone and dating. Please stop expecting because they are over a certain age or man or woman, they should know better, should have been taught. How about they may not have been? And maybe the way they were taught is probably not the way that you want it in the first place. With that being said, we love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. We will catch you next week. And always, kings and queens, keep reigning. We are out. King, mic drop. We're out. Love y'all. Bye. Yeah.